Hey everybody, it's been a while since I made one of these videos, hasn't it? Well, okay, this is just going to be mostly me, but in this video, as you read the title, I have never had this before. Yep, in the 35 years of my life, I have never tried this thing. Apparently I was told that Spam is supposedly gross, like it's nasty. Other people said it's kind of good if you work with some, if you work with the right ingredients. One of the things that I was told, more often is to never eat this raw, obviously. But, yes, this is something I'm kicking off the bucket list, and I know that some would argue that it's, nothing to blow your skirt off about, or you're not missing much. But it's nothing new when I mention that people have the enjoyment of watching me taste something or try something that is considered gross, or something reactionary.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
This sounds like a porno video.
Pussy.
Don't
throw up. Don't do it. Don't do it.
But I'm not going to just completely try this immediately. As you can tell on the label, this is some kind of Spam burger, and I've got the ingredients to try to replicate it as much as possible. Obviously, it's not going to be this perfect because look how big this fucking patty is. I mean, this can is not going to be enough. I'm not going to lie. It's not going to be enough to do that. But I do have the other ingredients as I show the following. Here are the buns. This is just Wonder Bread. Wonder Bread is okay. I got a thing of mustard. There's a thing of cheese in the back right there. I want to get that off the bat. That's if this thing can focus properly. There we go. And some of the veggies. A white onion, a tomato, this huge-ass thing of iceberg lettuce. Personally, I'm not a big fan of those. I'd rather eat spinach and kale because they're much better in nutrients. And, well, I'm not going to get into the details there. But, of course, this is the big one. The other big one. In the fridge, this will be a part 2, that's a thing of green onions. I don't think that's safely packaged. I'll have to fix that. But those green onions are for the next time I try them, if I can get this thing to focus correctly, you'll have to excuse me, to try the eggs. And we have plenty of that. There we are. This is going to be a little hard to see. There we go. Look at those delicious, healthy eggs. A big row right there. Never seen a fridge have something like this before. Normally, I'm used to seeing, like, containers of eggs that I put in there. Like, I've had this for the past couple of years, but it's still kind of weird to me. Anyways, let's get started. Alright, so I got this on a paper towel in case it gets really, really messy. So, as I'm supposed to lift this little hatch here, and feels like I'm opening a can of cat food. Oh god, it smells like cat food, Jesus. I've seen somebody do something like this before. Okay, it doesn't look like it's working. Okay, that's disgusting. It's already, like, spilling out. Oh, there we go. God, look at that chungus motherfucker. Whew! Oh my god. Damn, it stinks. Alright. Now, it's not too hard to cut, thank god. Now, luckily, I do have, I have a thing of a Ziploc bag. Some people call them sandwich bags. I call them Ziploc bags. So I'm gonna put one of them in here. So that way I'll be making eggs of them when I get to making a video of that. So apparently I was told that I don't have to use any particular oils or anything on there. I better lower the temperature on the stove. I don't want to cause it to like spit or anything like that. That's probably gonna happen. So I was told to let that sit there until the other side would caramelize. Periodically, I would like flip it over. Kind of the same process as like, making a pancake, which I've been a lot more experienced with. Got a spatula ready, so that way I can just move it around a bit and see if I can try to get under and flip it over. Okay, so there's a little bit of brown right there, and that's fine. As I'm in the process of cooking this thing, I'm already taking care of a couple of veggies. First thing I'm doing is taking off a piece of this butter lettuce. Iceberg lettuce, sorry. So that way it just goes directly at the bottom of the bun. It's a little too big right now. I'm just going to have to like shrink that down. The rest of this I'm probably going to like dust it apart and make it into a salad. One of the things I always learned whenever I came to working with vegetables and whatnot, including onions and such, it's always good to rinse it off because you never know if there's any like dirt remaining from like whatever supermarket you shopped at. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the bottom here and set it on the top. It's a very common practice when it comes to cooking. I'm also taking the top layer off because I want to make sure that I can create like a smooth cut. Ugh, yeah. That's the other thing. I always like to cut them on both sides, so that way it's a lot more manageable. You're not missing much off the sides anyway. Ugh. Ugh. There we go. Onions are supposed to be good for your heart. Too bad a lot of us don't like them because they have a weird crunchy texture to it. Personally, I don't let that bother me. Personally, I just prefer them raw, but to each their own. Obviously, you don't want to get too close to them because it's gonna make you tear up a lot. All right, so the onion is in. This little tiny blue bowl plate thing. That's the remaining stuff. The Spam patty is going on next because of the label, but the rest of this onion, I'm gonna package that up in a Ziploc. Using a tomato is not gonna be nearly as difficult. Oh wait, I forgot to rinse it. So using a tomato is not gonna be nearly as difficult because it's easier to cut. It's easier to, manage. Making a good slice. So that's one tomato. I'm gonna go ahead and dice up another tomato. I know this is not the best method for trying to cut a slice up. Okay, so that one was just not very well cut right there, if I can just show it here. Yeah, no, not very good. There, I'll just go ahead and cut it like that. Let's cut it from downward and... Well, okay, close enough. Alright, so the tomato slices are right there, and now to Ziploc bag those. Okay, so I'm currently cooking the sides. So far this end looks very, very nice. I know that this side looks incredibly burnt, but I think this is just largely due to the fact that it's an odd shape, so I think some parts are going to get overcooked no matter what. Cooking off the sides, yes, I'm cooking off the sides. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over so that way it can cook the other end. I'm going to have to like flip around back and forth in order to like get an even cooking here. For the sake of trying to get a better even shape, I'm going to try to cut from the top, and this would also be a good opportunity for me to actually try Spam on its own and not with something. Carefully slice from the top. This should get rid of the burnt marks over there. And the other end is all just like coming apart. Apparently you're not going to see it clearly from the camera, but this should be much easier to cook this side. I'm going to go ahead and bring this pan over here and just get back to where I last left off. So I do have the pan set on low, so that way I can actually make the extra time to taste the actual piece of Spam for once. Making sure that it's actually cooked. It's probably going to taste a little weird because it is burnt on some edges, but it's better off that I taste it now than, just miss out on what the thing is in its entirety. So, cheers. Alright, so I can tell apart the burnt edges here. Not the best thing to taste, but the Spam itself, it tastes like a very salty hot dog. That's really what it tastes. I think that's what it is. I think it's poultry or pig. Yeah, pig. Yeah, it's definitely pig. I can taste that. I could make sausages out of these. Holy shit. I don't need it as salt because it's already got salt in there. Jesus. Now imagine what the burger would taste like. Yeah, I think this looks good enough. Let's put it on this. Even though putting something hot on lettuce is never a good idea. And yes, I have watched Binging with Babish. Thing of tomato. Not exactly perfect. And of course, a thing of onion. That's a pretty thick onion, actually. And finally, we have that. Okay, so I could have done a better job, but hey, this is new to me. I haven't made anything with Spam before. Hey, honey. Oh, it does? Sorry.
It smells like burnt bread.
Oh, didn't mean to make it burnt bread, but...
Oh, look. It's the thing on the can.
Yeah, it's the thing that's on the can, and,
I'm not eating it.
Okay, fair enough.
That is all you, bud.
Alright then. Guess I don't need that anymore.
You want me to hold it while you eat it?
Yes, do the honors. Make sure that the focus is good. I can already tell that some people are going to comment saying you didn't do this right or did that right. Yeah, some of this is not very even. I don't think that onion is. Oh.
I didn't like that crunch.
Yeah, that's what happens if I don't cut the onion correctly. It tastes like I'm eating like a hot dog on a burger. That's really all what it is. I did taste it itself when it was cooked. And yeah, it's just, I think it's another form of pig, if I'm not mistaken.
It is pork, yes.
Alright, done.
You gonna finish the whole thing?
I mean, I'm kind of have to. You know, this is what I get for paying for it.
So what would your rating be? Like 1 out of 5?
Honestly, I don't know. This doesn't taste anything new. Like, I'm not surprised because I was told that you're not missing much or that spam is disgusting. I don't think it's disgusting. I don't think it's great either. So, like, I don't know, 3 out of 5 or something like that.
Next time we have to have you try spam things that actually take effort to make.
You mean like scrambled eggs or something?
No, Brett. There's a lot of dishes that use spam. Like, there's spam matsubi and a bunch of different dishes that have spam, like fried in soy sauce and a bunch of stuff. So we have to have you try that.
Well, I guess I'll make that into a series, won't I?
Golden Conquer spam. Be prepared, folks.
Spam, spam, spam.
Spam, spam, spam.
Spam.
Oh, that's cringe. Okay.